My name is Aundrea, and this is my story. I'm 19 years old, and I'm just now starting out on YouTube and, you know, and, just making videos. Some of you are wondering, well, some of you may not be wondering, what's behind this, free spirited person. Well, I'm going to tell you. Everything started when I was in the 6th grade. Before that, I was, happy and really did not care what anybody think until we started reaching puberty. And, we didn't know what that was, and I didn't even know what that was until it really hit me, where people, started looking a little more older and more beautiful and pretty and handsome and all those things. But nobody really taught me, what was going to be out there in the world. Nobody told me that puberty was going to come up really soon and, you're starting to change. So I had to pretty much almost learn for myself that everything's going to be different. So I started seeing these other girls, being different on the outside. So once I got to, puberty as I was supposed to, people started making fun of me because I was looking funny and I wasn't the same as everybody else. I was different. Now, different for me back then wasn't a good idea. It was, just awkward, and people didn't accept you unless you were somebody else that people had image of you. So I tried my hardest to be like everybody else because I wanted to be like everybody else. But everybody just started making fun of me because I was bigger than everybody else. And, at the time, I didn't know what bullying was. Nobody taught me what bullying was until it was later, much later. So my 7th grade year came around, and I was so excited for, school to start because I had all these awesome clothes and had this different look to me. So as school came around, I was excited. But after a couple months, everybody started making fun of me again because I didn't look like everybody else again. So I've met some of my awesome best friends. They kept me, safe, and they kept me happy, and they told me that different was okay. But as the time of my 7th grade year came, to an end, I was sad because the friends that kept me safe and, different was okay were leaving me. They were going up to high school. And it was just It was kind of scary. But as my eighth grade year came around, I felt a little bit okay because I had my other best friends in the same grade as I am, Desiree, Brianna, and Abby and Cece. I had all of them, and they were the right kind of people for me to hang out with. It was different, you know. I felt a little bit safe in my eighth grade year, but everything still, everybody still made fun of me because I was bigger, or they made fun of my name. It was horrible. Also, everybody made fun of me because I wouldn't get a boyfriend or have, boyfriends because I wasn't pretty enough or beautiful. And you know, everybody made fun of me because I wasn't the most prettiest of the eighth grade, or I wasn't the most, dateable, because everybody had their own image of a girlfriend, and I wasn't it. As eighth grade almost came to an end, I was so excited because I would get away for, a whole summer to get away from people that made fun of me. And, by the time I came as a freshman in high school, I thought everything would go away. But everybody, would, go with their high school social life, and forget about me like I wanted it. But that didn't happen that way. As it was a couple months after my freshman year started, everybody in high school, even the upperclassmen, were making fun of me still, and I kept to myself, I kept quiet, and I was by myself. I didn't have anybody, for somebody to feel sorry for me, until it actually hit me, until pretty much he just dated me because he felt sorry. But back then I was like, what is that supposed to mean? And I get it now. It was supposed to mean that he felt sorry, that I would never get a boyfriend, and that I wouldn't, get these, relationships that I had. And, he was supposed to be one of my friends, my best friends. He pretty much just said that I would never get a boyfriend. And that kind of hurt because he was just pretty much just dating me for no reason. But to this day, he is still my best friend, even though we barely even talk. But after all that drama, the bullying still didn't stop. I still kept quiet to myself. In class, when somebody would pick on me, I would not talk. I acted like I had no words, that it was hard for me to speak because I didn't want to talk. It was hard for me just to speak my own mind because nobody accepted me for who I was. And I never really got a say in anything because everybody would make fun of me. So as sophomore year came around, it was the beginning of the year, and I shop at Walmart, and there's no shame in shopping at Walmart. But I had all these clothes, and they looked so pretty, and I loved them. And I felt like this was my personal style. that all these clothes I've gotten. And, you know, and I felt comfortable with myself. As the time went by, I I was pretty much, just, myself. Almost. Not completely, but almost. And, like, the bullying has went down a little bit. And, it was just, you know, awesome. Now, I've joined a class where I felt I can be myself. I was like that for 4 years, and I loved it. And I wanted, to be myself, and this amazing teacher taught me that once once you listen to music, once you listen to music, it will make you feel better. Once you're part of music, it will make you feel better. She told me, before you walk into the store, you could probably have a bad day or even a worse day. But as you walk through that door, as you leave, you feel so much better. Because music was a big part of my life. And that was my place where I can feel better about myself. At the end of my sophomore year, I've always wanted to be in band. I can never play an instrument for my life. I can never play an instrument. So I tried out for color guard. And if you don't know what color guard is, it's a flag twirler. And I made it. I made the cut, and it was amazing. It was one of those times where I didn't feel like I'd fit in there, but it made me happy. But I would say, after all this, I would say that I pretty much am best friends with everybody on that team. They mean that much to me. So, about January of my junior year, tragedy struck. It's so hard to talk about this on camera. Give me the strength. Okay. I lost my mom. I lost my mom to a sickness, a screw up, and life support. That's when everything went downhill. Now, the only two friends that were there were my best friends since kindergarten. Almost everybody knew about me, about my mom passing. But they were actually there. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't see this sooner, before my mom passed. it's just, that they pretty much, you know, used my mom. I wanted to do something different for myself. So as the end of my junior year came, um, I want to try out for all these clubs where you have to sign up to be in. So I signed up for a lot of clubs, and for most of them I got in. Now for my senior year, I was in these clubs. I was in band. I was, an office day. I was everything that you could almost think of clubs. And, as I was getting out there, I felt like I'm confident enough to speak my own mind and not care what everybody had to say about me, because I have the confidence to, you know, I had the confidence to not be somebody that I used to be. And I wanted something different for myself. So from then on, from my senior year, everything stopped. The bullying, the shaming, and, it was like a new me. It was something that I felt better about myself for. So, this is my story. And if you're a me, don't be afraid to show who you are. Don't be afraid to try out for new things. And if you have somebody in your life that doesn't want anything to do with you but is still in your life, get rid of them. You don't need them. Be who you're meant to be. Don't let anybody bully you to not be somebody you're wanting to be. Have the confidence in yourself. And I'm not saying hide yourself in a bunch of makeup. And you can totally wear makeup if you want. But just do not forget who you are meant to be. And don't forget yourself. High school can seem so cool but scary at the same time. But it's just a bunch of people who want to bring people down. Don't let that happen. Now, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to talk about these things. And, I'm going to talk about these things, and people are going to make fun of you. It doesn't matter, because only you know what's true and what confidence you have. People body shame me all the time, but I feel comfortable about my body. You shouldn't feel bad for being for who you are, because you're just trying to express yourself and trying to be out there in the world, to know what the world looks like and be like. Don't hide yourself. Don't be a me that waited to my senior year to be who who I wanted to be. And I was confident about myself. I hope you like this video, and if you want confidence and integrity and more stories like this, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what you want me to do for my video next. And don't forget to be who you are. And I'll always be here for you. And I'll see you next week.